Commissioner Calvert.
Thank you, Judge. I want to thank everyone for coming today. It was good to see many friends. It was good to have a robust discussion, and thank you for the research that's been done. I think it was important for us to have all of the testimony that we did have today. So I did talk to Commissioner Ellis in Harris County, and he indicated that they are not doing it at this moment because they are concerned about the Attorney General, and I think that has to give this Commissioner's Court much more pause. And I think that when I look at the Attorney General's statement, Larry, he indicates Texas counties have no statutory authority to print and mail voter registration forms, making the proposal fundamentally illegal.
Certainly. So you have to compare Harris County and the position they're in and Bexar County. We have an elections administrator. Harris County does not. In Bexar County, a Fourth Court of Appeals opinion, Cryer versus Navarro, where the Fourth Court reviewed the elections administrator position and determined that elections administrator position was an employee of Bexar County, although the elections administrator may disagree, but that's what the Fourth Court of Appeals determined, and that she carries out the administrative functions of Bexar County, and part of those functions include voter registration. That is verbatim from the opinion. Fourth Court of Appeals, the Attorney General may disagree with that opinion, but that's what the opinion says. That is Fourth Court. It's the law in Bexar County, and that's what it says.
Did it go to the Texas Supreme Court, or is it going to the Texas Supreme Court?
No, I mean, it's an older opinion. It was when Judge Cindy Taylor Cryer was the county judge.
Okay, so I have Section 276.016 regarding the unlawful solicitation and distribution of application to vote by mail, yep. And it's pretty nuclear, right? So it basically says a public official or election official commits an offense if the official, while acting in an official capacity, knowingly solicits the submission of an application to vote by mail from a person who did not request an application, 2, distributes an application to vote by mail to a person who did not request the application unless the distribution is expressly authorized by another provision of this code, which is the important part because it will tell you what are those entities in county government that are. You're attesting to the court that commissioners can do that?
No, I didn't say that, but vote by mail is very different from just registering to vote.
That's true. I apologize.
Yes.
I was reading the application. So
very different.
I just want to make sure.
And the opinion that the AG referenced, I want to point this out, Commissioner, because it's very important. The opinion that the AG referenced in the letter, State versus Hollins, that opinion, distinguishable on its face, dealt with applications for ballot by mail. Very restricted, right. May only be requested by the individual. We are not talking about that. We are talking about applications to register to vote. Okay. Not restricted.
So I think
available in post offices everywhere.
Okay.
I think we've seen them everywhere. So two very different circumstances.
Okay.
That is a criminal penalty you're referencing.
Right. Felony.
This is not.
Okay. So one of the concerns, I guess, that Harris County probably had was just the rigmarole of getting into a legal battle with the Attorney General, the cost associated with that.
Certainly.
What might those costs be to the county?
Unpredictable. But keep in mind, they do not have an elections administrator. Those duties were transferred to the tax assessor collector and to the county clerk. Those are elected offices, and part of that issue was that the court could not interfere with the elected officials' duties in Harris County. Here, the elections administrator is, by case law, an employee of Bexar County. Very distinguishable circumstance.
Okay, so just back up and tell me the statutory ability for the elections administrator to do the registration with a empty, I guess, application, if you will,
well,
mailing it out. Is there authority for that?
So my understanding in Bexar County, the Bexar County elections administrator, by statute, under the Elections Code 31043, is the voter registrar in Bexar County.
It's 31.043?
Correct. Section 1.
Okay.
And under that, as you know, the voter registrar generally has the duty to help increase voter registration throughout the state.
Okay,
By case law, an employee of Bexar County, therefore.
So, there is some conversation, obviously, we've been having. The court's always been supportive of additional staffing for the elections administrator to do the things she needed to do, whether it's registration, vote by mail increases, and things of that nature. But was there any new law passed in the last couple of legislative sessions? Because every single session has a new law, an election code, that is, at least on my side of the aisle, more restrictive to voting. Was there anything that is new that would prohibit this particular contract?
Not that I'm aware of, but I'm not an elections law expert. Maybe this gentleman knows. It's his company. I have not reviewed this. Admittedly, I have not reviewed this particular issue, this acquisition, so I don't know.
Okay,
not to my knowledge, but
that's fair. We do need elections expertise, but what I would say is it would be hard for me to push a vote yes when the Attorney General is saying it's illegal. It puts me in the court, I think, in a very difficult circumstance, and I'm just saying, we don't have that information.
Fair point, Commissioner, but the Attorney General did not cite such a law in his letter, and I can almost guarantee you if he felt there was a law, he certainly would have cited it, because he cited everything else. Well, inaccurately, I would add.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just looking at it.